to celebrate December. So I'm so excited we have a giveaway this month. And if you'd like to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is answer on any of the videos posted in December the answer to this question. What life lesson taught you how to love yourself? The winner of this question will get a energy manifesting session with me announced on December 28th. The winner of this question on the Patreon community, so go on to Patreon, Reiki Healing Hope, will win a spot in the 2022 Reiki Master Teacher cohort. I'm so excited. Also, check your girl out. All of these sessions can be heard on Tidal, Apple, all kinds of little music stuff. Look out for the weekly moon cycle readings on Array Tarot, as well as the podcast Organize Your Purpose and all this other stuff that we be doing. And Reiki Healing Hope speaks for all of the non-ASMR Reiki. So I'll see you soon. Welcome back, family. Welcome to the Reiki Healing Hope community, a place to heal, relax, be yourself, and be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom and or bloom. I am Jessica. I also go by Jet. Sup. I am a Reiki Master Teacher and Intuitive. And today we have a very special healing sleepy session with some nice healing sounds. So if you're new to the community, welcome babies. This is your nightly self-care routine. This is what you do here. You do whatever you need to do for your self-care practice. Some people like to channel, some people like to write, some people like to just relax and enjoy the session. This is just to hold a space for you. And for all my returning babies, welcome back. Mama loves you. So breathe in and out. Exhale. Okay. So we start our session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a community. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. May I touch you? Okay. Just relax here. Take a couple breaths. Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So get nice and sweetness, to want love outside of yourself. But what you're really looking for is the love that is inside of you. And when you learn how to do it right, like really love yourself the right way, it just, that thing hit different. It's different. The energy is different. It's just lovely. You start wondering, what took so long? Where have you been? My whole life. Right next to you, sweetheart. So breathing into this. Relaxing into this. Exhaling. And moving that energy. Just allow the body to relax. To release the day. Or to prepare for the day. Not bringing anything from yesterday into this day. Today is a fresh start, a fresh experience, and fresh energy. So enjoy that. Every day is an adventure. Enjoy that. Enjoy that energy of that. Enjoy what it feels like to rediscover what you love each and every day. Enjoy the simple energy of living in this moment. Reconnecting. Realigning. The more I learn, the more I realize everything is so interconnected. What you feel, what you think, what you want, who you believe you are, and even how you experience life, your health, your love, your finances, your sense of security internally. All of those things are resonating with each other. In that, you have the ability to decide what you invite and what you don't invite into your space. And I think the life lesson that most people have to learn is that no one tells you how much power and control you really have over your life. You kind of have to get to a point where you just unapologetically live your life and you realize you have that power. But sweetness, this is a cheat code, okay? You already have it. Anything you want, you can have. But make sure that the things you want are things that you want, not things that you feel like you should want because of something outside of your desire, your purpose. You were born with certain things that you wanted to accomplish, you wanted to do, you wanted to it's so important to have self-care. That's why it's so important to love yourself, even at your most broken moments. That is why it's important to have compassion for yourself, even when you are in pain, whatever that pain is. To be understanding, regardless of if other people are understanding of you. A lot of times sickness is the opportunity for us to love ourselves even more during the times we are most vulnerable. And in that self-care, we start to realize, oh, maybe I should go to that doctor. Maybe I should try this or that. But when we neglect ourselves, we're still not able to see. Everything is so interconnected. It really is that beautiful. So when I look at my life now, and all of the health conditions I had before, I just feel grateful to have experienced them. I feel grateful that my body worked in the way that it needed to work, to tell me through those things what it needed. And I'm so glad I showed up for myself. And you can do all those things too. Just know that on your journey, whatever direction you're trying to go in, it's going to take you being really understanding of yourself, sweetness, and really nice to yourself. And that's pretty much the cheat code right there. Well, family, I hope you enjoyed this session. And I hope that you have a wonderful evening or morning. And I hope that your self-care is popping. And I hope that no matter what journey you're on, you understand that how you take care of yourself is the most